The Villanovan culture was the earliest Iron Age culture of central and northern Italy, abruptly following the Bronze Age Terramare culture and giving way in the 7th century BC to an increasingly Orientalizing culture influenced by Greek traders, which was followed without a severe break by the Etruscan civilization. The Villanovan culture and people branched from the Urnfield culture of Central Europe. The Villanovans introduced ironworking to the Italian peninsula. They practiced cremation and buried the ashes of their dead in pottery urns of distinctive double cone shape. The name Villanovan comes from the type site, that of the first archaeological finds relating to this advanced culture, remnants of a cemetery found near Villanova, Casniso, 8 kilometers southeast of Bologna, in northern Italy. The excavation lasting from 1853 to 1855 was made by the scholarly owner, Count Giovanni Gaudini, and involved 193 tombs, 6 of which were separated from the rest as if to signify a special social status. The well-tomb pit graves lined with stones contained funerary urns. They had been only sporadically plundered, and most were untouched. In 1893, a chance discovery unearthed another distinctive Villanovan necropolis at Verrocchio, overlooking the Adriatic coastal plain. The burial characteristics relate the Villanovan culture to the Central European Urnfield culture, c. 1300 to 750 BC, and Celtic Hallstatt culture, which succeeded the Urnfield culture, in such a way that it is not possible to tell them apart in their earlier stages. Cremated remains were placed in cinerary urns and then buried. A custom believed to originate with the Villanovan culture is the usage of hut urns, cinerary urns fashioned like small huts, and other advanced urn designs. Typical sgraffito decorations of swastikas, meanders and squares were scratched with a comb-like tool. Urns were accompanied by simple bronze fibulae, razors and rings. Periodization. The culture is broadly divided into a Proto-Villanovan culture, Villanovan I, from c. 1100 BC to c. 900 BC, and the Villanovan culture proper, Villanovan II, from c. 900 BC to c. 700 BC. This period came just before the foundation of Etruscan cities. The later phase, Villanovan II, saw radical changes. Evidence of contact with Hellenic civilization and trade with the north along the Amber Road, glass and amber necklaces on women, bronze armor and horse harness fittings, and the development of elite graves in contrast to the earlier egalitarian culture. Citation needed. Chamber tombs and inhumation, burial, practices were developed side by side with the earlier cremation practices. Range bronze harness trapping in the shape of a horse, Villanovan, 9th-8th century BC Lacma. Generally speaking, Villanovan settlements were centered in the Adriatic Etruria, in Emilia-Romagna, in particular, in Bologna and in Verrocchio, near Rimini, in Marche, Fermo, and in Lazio. Further south, Villanovan cremation burials are to be found in Campania, at Capua, at the princely tombs of Ponte Cagnano near Salerno, at Capo di Fiume, at Vallo di Diano and at Sala Consilina. Small scattered Villanovan settlements have left few traces other than their more permanent burial sites, which were set somewhat apart from the settlements, largely because the settlement sites were built over in Etruscan times. This site continuity encourages modern opinion generally to follow Massimo Palatino in regarding the Villanovan culture as ancestral to the Etruscan civilization. Issues of identity. These cultural traces may not be directly equivalent to a widespread ethnic culture that identified itself as the equivalent of Villanovan, Renato Perondi has suggested. They tend to underlie those of both Celtic and Italic provenance, adding to the difficulties in assessing who founded the culture.